Never waste a single square foot of your home on boring, empty walls or plain shelves ever again. If you've been crocheting for a while and you keep seeing those stunning home decor projects all over Pinterest and Instagram, the ones that make a tiny apartment look like it belongs in a magazine, but you have no idea where to even start, this video is going to change everything for you, because today I'm going to walk you through some of the most viral crochet decor projects that are actually perfect for small spaces. And I mean perfect, not just pretty, not just trendy, actually smart, space-saving, and completely transforming. The thing is, most people think crochet decor is for big homes, big living rooms, big walls, big budgets. But that is completely wrong. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why small spaces are actually the best spaces to go all in on crochet decor. Let's start by talking about why so many people get this wrong. When people live in a small apartment or a tiny room, they usually think the answer is to keep things minimal, keep it plain, keep it simple, don't add too much. And while that kind of thinking makes sense, it's also the reason so many small spaces feel cold, empty, and just kind of sad. There's a difference between minimal and lifeless. Crochet decor, when done right, adds warmth and texture and personality without actually taking up any physical floor space. That's the secret. You're not adding clutter, you're adding life to surfaces and walls and corners that were already there doing nothing. So, let's get into the actual projects. The first one is the wall hanging. If you've spent more than 5 minutes on Pinterest in the last few years, you've seen these. They're everywhere. And there's a reason for that. A crochet wall hanging is honestly one of the most powerful things you can put in a small space because it draws the eye up. When you hang something on the wall, especially something with texture and fringe and movement, it makes the ceiling feel higher and the room feel bigger. That's not a trick or an illusion, that's just how the eye works. You're redirecting attention from the floor, where clutter lives, to the wall, where your beautiful handmade art lives. Now, the most viral version of this right now is the Bohemian macrame-style wall hanging, done in chunky cotton yarn. You're working mostly with basic stitches, chains, single crochets, and a whole lot of fringe. The fringe is really the star of the show here. Long, flowing fringe in either a natural cream color or a warm terracotta gives the whole piece that organic, earthy look that people genuinely cannot stop sharing online. You can make one of these in a weekend, seriously. It doesn't have to be huge. Even a medium-sized one hung above your bed or your sofa completely transforms the space. The key tip here is to use a wooden dowel as your base. You can find them at any craft store or hardware store, super cheap. Hang your yarn from the dowel and work downward. Vary the lengths, some pieces short, some pieces long. Let some sections be more densely crocheted and let some sections be more open and lacy. That contrast is what makes it look expensive and intentional. The second project is the plant hanger. And before you roll your eyes because you've seen plant hangers 1,000 times, hear me out. Plant hangers have made a massive comeback because people figured out that plants are one of the fastest ways to make a small space feel alive and full without spending a lot of money. The problem is, if you have a small apartment, you have very little counter space and very little floor space. So where did the plants go? They go up. They hang. And a crocheted plant hanger is not only functional, it's a piece of art on its own. The most popular version right now uses a thick cotton rope yarn in off-white or sage green. You work in rounds to create a little basket or cradle for the pot to sit in, and then you work long chains upward that gather at the top where you tie it off or attach a hook. It's genuinely one of the most beginner-friendly projects on this entire list, and the end result looks like something you'd pay $40 or $50 for in a boutique home store. If you make 2 or 3 of these and hang them at different heights in a corner or near a window, you've created what designers call a plant wall. It's lush, it's layered, it's completely vertical, so it takes up 0 floor space, and it photographs absolutely beautifully. That's why these go viral over and over again. The third project is the crochet basket. Now, you might think baskets aren't decor, they're storage, but that's exactly the point. In a small space, everything has to do double duty. Your storage needs to be beautiful. Your decor needs to be useful. A chunky crocheted basket checks both boxes completely. The most viral versions are worked in thick, chunky yarn. We're talking super bulky weight, sometimes called arm knitting yarn, and they work up incredibly fast. You can finish a medium basket in a single afternoon. The stitch that people love most for this is the simple single crochet worked in the round, because it creates this dense, structured texture that looks incredibly satisfying in photos. Stack 2 or 3 baskets of different sizes in a corner. Use them to hold blankets, throw pillows, magazines, whatever you need to organize. People who visit your home will ask you where you bought them. When you tell them you made them, they will not believe you. Color is everything with baskets. If your space is mostly neutral, white walls, light wood floors, go for something bold, like a deep forest green or a rust orange. That single pop of color in a functional object is one of the most effective decorating tricks for small spaces. The fourth project is the crochet cushion cover. This one is a little more intermediate, but it is absolutely worth it. If you're working with a small sofa or a window seat or even just a little reading nook, cushions are one of your biggest tools for making the space feel intentional and designed. And a crochet cushion cover completely changes the look of a plain cushion insert that you can buy for just a few dollars. The most viral pattern right now is the bobble stitch cushion. Bobble stitches create these little raised clusters that give the fabric a beautiful three-dimensional texture. It's bumpy and satisfying to look at, and it photographs like a dream. Work it in a solid color. Dusty pink, mustard yellow, or sage green are all trending right now, and the finished cushion looks like something straight out of an interior design shoot. The trick to making this work in a small space is to keep your cushion covers in the same color family as your wall hangings or your plant hangers. When everything shares a color story, the space feels cohesive and thought out instead of random. Even if each individual piece is simple, the way they work together is what makes the whole room feel elevated. The fifth project is one that not enough people talk about, and I think it's the most underrated of all of them. It's the crochet table runner. If you have a small dining table or a coffee table or even just a little side table next to your couch, a handmade table runner sitting on top of it is one of those small touches that makes an enormous difference. The style that's been blowing up online is the open lace style table runner. You're using a lighter weight yarn, something like a DK weight or even a sport weight, and an open, airy stitch pattern that lets the table surface show through. Shell stitches or fan stitches work really well for this. The finished runner looks delicate and intricate, but it's actually not that hard to make once you get the hang of the repeat. It adds texture and softness to a surface that would otherwise just be flat and bare. And because it lies flat, it doesn't take up any visual space at all. It just adds to it. Now here's where it all comes together, because the real magic isn't in any single one of these projects. The real magic is in what happens when you put 2 or 3 of them in the same room together. When you have a wall hanging above your sofa, a plant hanger in the corner, a cushion cover on your couch, and a table runner on your coffee table, all in the same color palette, all in similar textures, the room transforms. A tiny apartment that felt cramped and generic starts to feel curated, warm, personal, like someone who actually cares about their space lives there. And that someone is you. That's the thing that gets missed in all the individual tutorials. Crochet Decor isn't just about the projects themselves. It's about how they work together to create an atmosphere. And because you made them yourself, you have total control over the colors, the sizes, the textures, and how everything fits together. You're not limited by what's in stores. You're not paying boutique prices. You're creating something that is completely unique to your home. The other thing worth saying is that all of these projects are genuinely beginner accessible. The wall hanging requires no more than a chain stitch and a single crochet. The plant hanger is mostly working in rounds. The baskets are straightforward single crochet. Even the bobble stitch cushion and the lace runner can be tackled by someone who's been crocheting for just a few months. So if you've been waiting until you feel ready to start decorating with crochet, I'm telling you right now, you're already ready. Start with the wall hanging if you want maximum visual impact for the least amount of time. Start with the basket if you want something that's also immediately useful. Start with the plant hanger if you've already got a plant sitting on your floor that deserves to be elevated. Wherever you start, just start. Because 6 months from now, you're going to look around your space and